Hey everyone, my name is Bailey Carricker and I'm submitting this video as application for the summer 2020 internship with See.Spark.Go. Everything I reference will be linked in the description below. I most identify with relational and service. Something that I really value is servant leadership, both in leading others and when following a leader. I believe that the best leaders are the ones who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty and demonstrate tasks no matter how small. Another reason I identify with is because of my love language, which is acts of service. This means that I feel most appreciated and loved when someone does a task for me. For example, a few weeks ago, I was feeling really stressed out about school, work, extracurriculars, and my roommate knew this, so she went ahead and she did my laundry for me. This is a small task, but it made me feel loved and appreciated. So for me, actions speak louder than words. A couple brands that have stood out to me during this pandemic are Hanes, Tesla, and Ford. Hanes is manufacturing healthcare masks, Tesla is making ventilators, and Ford has moved production to create face shields and air purifying masks. So these companies noticed a need in our country and they're using the resources they have to meet that need. They're putting financial gain aside and focusing on the good of our country. So if I were to give advice to a client on how to stand out during this time, it would be, what need can you meet? Do you have the resources to meet that need? So not only would this be good press for your company, but a purposeful contribution to the conversation. If this internship were to take place remotely, I would face the challenge of distraction. So being stuck at home for the past 3 weeks has been a challenge within itself. I have a need to feel productive, so I created a schedule for myself. I carved out time for work, exercise, and self-reflection. If this quarantine lasts throughout the summer, I would do the same thing to ensure that I stayed on task during the internship. I get my energy from people, so I would want to check in with the staff multiple times a day and just make sure that I'm following that schedule every day. So I love to make to-do lists. I just feel like nothing is more satisfying than crossing off a task. So if I had multiple assignments for different clients due within a short period of time, I would try to break up the work into segments and say, by the end of Tuesday, I want to be this far into company A's project and this far into company B's project. So if I felt like I couldn't produce quality work within the time allotted, I would first try to recruit the help of a fellow coworker. If I feel like I've exhausted all of my resources, then I would have an open conversation with the client and explain the situation about how I feel like I can't produce quality work within the timeline provided. So I would work with the client to try to find an alternative solution, such as tweaking the project or even extending the deadline. I know I would learn a lot at See.Spark.Go because of how much I've learned throughout this application process. For the first assignment, I had to market myself in a creative way, which I'm not used to doing. And then for the next assignment, I had to flex my PR muscles and really dive deep and learn about Chick-fil-A Leader Academy. And finally, for this assignment, I recruited my friend Tavon to show me the ins and outs of video editing so that I could make this video. So I believe that interning with See.Spark.Go would create opportunities for both personal and professional growth. I love that you guys have a mentorship program because I feel like I learn the best and make the most meaningful connections one-on-one. I know there are opportunities for professional development, which I think is great because there's always room for improvement. Character. To me, character means doing the right thing even when no one's watching. So when I commit to something, it's important for me to always see it through to the end. Competency. Competency means having the necessary skills to be successful in a role. I possess strong written and verbal communication. I am punctual and professional. I'm an organized worker and an eager learner. I believe that the University of Georgia has helped me to sharpen these skills, making me an effective candidate for this position. Calling. Calling means pursuing your purpose. I feel like it's always been about people for me. Developing deep relationships is exciting to me, and I really feel like I've been called to do this. Chemistry. Chemistry is all about connection. I'm a people person, so making connections comes naturally for me. But chemistry is stronger with some people than it is with others. However, I do believe we can find common ground with anyone. We just have to be willing to work to find it. I would like you to know that I won't allow myself to be outworked. I believe when it comes to learning and serving others, no task is too small. Thank you for taking the time to review my application. I'm excited to hear from you soon.